Well, I have to come clean when I'm wrong, and, well, honestly, I was wrong. We are not a channel that is going to hide and pretend like we make no mistakes, so when I make them, I bring them to you guys and say I suck, and basically, boy, did I ever suck when it comes to Palantir stock. So let's talk about it so you can avoid it and hopefully not make the same mistakes that I did. I just ask in exchange for you to gently tap that like button and consider subscribing to do. It's super easy to do and it's free to do. Now here are the top questions I get asked about investing in the stock market. How do I know which stocks are right for me? How do I get an actual value for the stock or tell if it's overvalued or undervalued? How do I overcome my fears and become a confident investor that's ready for anything? Where do I find all of this information organized in one place with a full support team? Well, I got you covered as there's a solution for everyone as evidenced by the over 1,000 members who are part of the Market Insiders private group, which is the ultimate wealth building community full of people like you changing their financial futures, and the free 48-hour trial ends July 4th, or actually it ends July 5th, the day after July 4th. Might help if I remember my own dates right. We have hundreds of different tutorials and lessons for you to take to learn how to plan and do evaluation, and it's also where we have lessons on mastering your money, building up passive income, and retiring early and being financially independent, and we even have a real estate course in development now. And you're not only helping yourself and your family build a better future, you are also helping out others in need as half of everything right off the top goes to charity. So check out the pinned comment if you're interested and give it a try risk-free. I mean, just cancel before the time expires and it costs you nothing to try it. All right, so on to the huge mistake I made, and after that, I will tell you how to fix it in case you ever do it too. So have you ever been looking at a stock or any investment and you just get too greedy? Well, let me explain a little further there. I know that can mean a lot of things, but let me explain a little bit further. I mean, you basically look at a screaming deal on a stock and you go, yeah, it could fall just a little bit more, and kind of laugh at that price because you just know it's going to go lower, right? So instead of pulling the trigger, you wait because it's always going lower. I mean, this YouTuber said it was going lower, or the media said stocks were going to zero, or whatever the heck is out there. So you decide to wait and you don't pull the trigger. And before you know it, it just runs completely away from you. I made that exact mistake with Palantir stock when it was in the $6 range about a month ago. Now to be clear, I did actually pull the trigger and made a large buy in the $6 range. I did do that. But I did not make subsequent buys as it further fell down to the low sixes because I made the exact mistake of basically getting too cute with pricing instead of continuing to add heavy in that $6 range. I really wanted that extra 30 cents per share off because that would make such a huge difference in the long run, right? The discount was just insane, and I should have known that it didn't matter if it fell that much or not. It just didn't matter, but I got too greedy and did not double up my position, honestly, like I should have. And long and behold, Palantir rocketed up almost 50% in just a few short weeks. And because I knew I missed it, it actually induced other mistakes. Mistakes like not buying Palantir at $7 per share because, well, it has to fall, right? And I wanted that lower price again. And I did the same thing at $8 and, so on and so forth. I mean, I just totally missed them because it's got to go back lower. Now, I agree we are a long way off from this all being over, and it is possible I will see that $6 and maybe even lower. That is totally possible. I'm not saying it's not. But now I'm left hoping and wishing instead of just relaxing, knowing that I bought all the shares I wanted like I should have. And here's the worst part of it all. I did everything right up until that point. I had a plan. I waited patiently for Palantir to fall into my buy range. I was not listening to the fear narrative at all and had absolutely no fear buying in the $6 range, and I did buy. I have an infinite money loop, so if it would have kept falling, I had more cash coming in to cover additional buys. But I screwed it up because I did not go heavier based on greed. I knew all that and still got too greedy. Not based on something I saw on the charts, not based on something in the news that could have weighed on the stock, not based on what was going on in the options market, not based on all of it that it's, going into the Great Depression type narratives that we're hearing, or the ultimate mega shark bubble to end all bubbles, or whatever the heck all other noises out there like that. It wasn't based on any of it. It was just simply based on getting too greedy and wanting a price that was better than an already ridiculous price. And to make it even worse, if there's such thing as worse, anyways, to make it worse, it's not like it's my first time doing this, so don't feel bad about doing it. It literally happens to everyone and happens to me over and over again. You guys know, and we have talked about it before, where I did not buy Square a year or two ago, and Square discussion is banned from my Discord still because it's such a sore spot for me. Okay, maybe not really, I've kind of gotten over it a little bit, but I choose to ignore a lot of those discussions, and we have a good time with it at my expense, to be honest. And yes, I know it's blocked, but it's still Square to me. Anyways, the important part now is not that I made the mistake, but to be honest as to why I made the mistake. It wasn't the suit screwing me over, or this YouTuber said this, or anything else like that. I got greedy and made the mistake. That is the bottom line. It's my fault. But I also need to just get over it and execute my plan and continue to stay focused. I need to just execute buys when it hits my price target again, even if it's not as great of a price as I got before in that $6 range. In my opinion, these prices today will look silly in a few years and my buys will look, quote unquote genius, even if they aren't as good as the other ones are if Palantir goes to where I think it's gonna go. I also need to stay disciplined and not sloppily buy because I'm frustrated with myself, and I know I've done that one before too. This is all the reality with stock investing. It happens to guys like me that have been doing it for over 20 years, and it happens to the greatest investors ever too. Heck, Warren Buffett tells you every year at Berkshire's annual meeting all of his screw-ups, and they cost his company billions, guys. Billions with a B. That's a lot of freaking money he's cost his company with his mistakes. So to me, if he makes mistakes, then we all will, so it's not about never making a mistake. It's about how you deal with the mistakes that separate someone who gets better as an investor or gets eaten up and never truly becomes an investor in the first place. And don't forget to get your free trial to my private group that ends the day after the July 4th holiday, and you get full access, guys. I mean, you get it all, so make sure you check out the pinned comment and at least give it a shot. We have hundreds of different tutorials and lessons for you to take to learn how to plan and do evaluation, and it's also where we have lessons on mastering your money, building up passive income, and retiring early and being financially independent, and we even have a real estate course in development now. And you're not only helping yourself and your family build a better future, you are also helping out others in need, as half of everything right off the top goes to charity. So check out the pinned comment if you're interested and give it a try risk-free. I mean, just cancel before the time expires and it costs you nothing to try it. And click this video here if you want to see what I'm selling, and click this video here if you want to know exactly how I plan to make big money in this market. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.